Good morning, boys. It's your boy Scar, aka Big Dog Scar, aka Father Scar, aka Prop Smoke, aka Scarmageddon, aka Little Big Finger, and welcome to your Week 8 predictions. Now, of course, we're a few days late, but at least Pat's power rankings and Belby's impromptu sermon were able to hold us over up to this point. And to piggyback off of Brother Ryan's insightful words, not only is Week 8 a pivotal time in this league, but it's also a signaling of a return to normalcy. Brock's sanity is over. The Chiefs are once again juggernauts. Dempsey is back to bragging. OC's team sucks. And the Knicks are back to breaking my heart. And as such, we're getting a clear picture of who the real players are this season and who just enjoys making trades. Brendan. So, as we enter this period of they are who we thought they were, I think it's fairly easy to pick who the winners and losers of Week 8 will be. Now, I'm sure I could use silly fantasy football stats that would typically be spewed by the likes of Fall 11, but that would be beneath me. And not because I don't believe in math. No, of course not. I mean, as a football lover and gambling hobbyist, I enjoy many stats such as DVOA, QBR, historical trends, Stats Bar and Grill, betting big home dogs, and of course the all powerful 40 time. But what is not being discussed in fantasy circles are the metrics of the heart. And that is why I, along with some colleagues of mine, have conducted a biostatistical analysis of NFL players that we believe is on the cutting edge of fantasy sports research. Together, we have created an algorithm that we believe, if implemented correctly, can accurately predict success on the football field based on how much heart that player has. We call this rating system the heart projections. Now, here's how we kind of categorize the players. Obviously, the closer to 10 you are, the better. Puts you right in the red zone. So as to not give you guys any sort of epileptic episodes, I chose to just highlight the orange and red players. So starting with matchup number one, me versus Pat. Guys, this should come as no surprise that my team is filled with heart. It's what we look for before we even thought about creating this grading system. I've just always believed in heart. I think that it's a great indicator of success. And as you can see, I have Derrick Henry, thanks again, Brendan, Cooper Kupp, and Justin Tucker, and all in the red zone. Now, what you'll notice a little bit later is that just as a standard, all kickers are rated at 4. That's because they play a lesser position, and so they're just incapable of having a score higher than that. Justin Tucker is an obvious exception. I don't need to go into why, but as you can see, even if you go with the ESPN projection or the heart projection, or if you weigh both in our HAP heart adjusted projection category, I still win. So sorry, Pat, you ran into a buzzsaw this week. Now, next is Brett versus Nate. Now, this one was surprising because if you look in our model, both Brett and Nate actually scored a 70.5 exactly, and we ran it over and over and over again, but just kept coming up to the same conclusion. So your numbers don't lie. Unfortunately, I had to go with the ESPN's projection this week to decide on who was the winner, and it looks like they like Brett. So good stuff, Brett. Next, we have Waddle Dempsey. It's so funny because Dempsey just historically has had such terrible team names, but they're so bad that they're funny. I feel like I make this a similar take every year, and I hope this continues because it's just good. It's in the vein of like bad dad jokes, but I don't think he's trying to do that. I don't know. Maybe he is, but in any case, it looks like this week, and this shocked me. John's team has at least as about just over 21% more heart than his does, which is astonishing considering John doesn't have a heart. But it's kind of hard to go up against Isaiah Pacheco, who has zero vision but is all heart, and the man's got a good 40 times, so it's hard to argue with that. And George Kittle, who is essentially just going down the same path as Gronk in that he's a glorified run blocker, but man's got heart, so got to give that to him there. And also, it looks like ESPN agrees. So sorry, Dempsey, but it looks like John's going to get back on the W train. So next we have, you're not clicking here. What the? Why can I click on sheet 4? Am I in the? Sorry, I have some technical difficulties. Why can't I pick on sheet 4? Is this in the way? Oh, because it was in the way. Next we have OC versus Brendan. All right, and in this one, it looks like, yeah, this one's surprising because it shows that Brendan's team actually has a little more heart, but ESPN seems to like OC more. Now, to be fair, that's also because Brendan's team kind of changes by the week. The second a guy gets a player with heart, i.e., the Yeti, he trades him away to me. Thank you again. I can't thank you enough. And OC is just OC has had some he's had some heart before too, but he drops them like Adam Thielen. So in any case, it looks like OC's is well liked this week by ESPN. So I guess I got to give him that. Though, because the margins are so close and Brendan still grades out higher in heart, I would not be surprised if there's an upset. So, I'm definitely keep my head up if I'm Brendan this week. But for now, I got to go with OC. Now, team 5. All right. There wasn't a lot I could do here. Belby didn't feel the full team, I think, because he doesn't. I think he realizes that regardless of what he does this week, it's not looking good, especially when Josh is due for finally getting a win. So, yeah, I think it's going to be tough for him today. So, I guess the only other thing I could say for this one is Mahomes actually graded the highest out of any player we ranked, the Yeti being number 2 at 9.4, but Mahomes just a winner. Just a winner. That's all you can say about him. Hard to argue with that. So, I guess I got to go with Josh in this one. And now next in our final matchup between the best name in the league, La Porta de la Victoria, versus Running Back Lives Matter, probably the second best team name, Keith. Yeah, this is another close heart battle. 74.2 with June versus Keith 73.5. So obviously there, you got to give that win to June. But this is ESPN's clearly sees another tail because they have a significant they're giving Keith a significant margin of victory, potential margin of victory. So once again I got to give June um, the heart victory, but ESPN seems to disagree, and even when adjusted for heart, Keith is still the winner. So I guess I got to give it to Keith, but I mean, who does he has Kareem Hunt? Yeah, guy did show a lot of heart when he kicked that girl in the hotel room, and McCaffrey's a workhorse, so I guess I can see it. But this one I think is going to come down to the wire. All right, boys, that is your Week 8 predictions. So enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and if you're going to bet on any game today, make sure it's Purdue +1. I think they're going to win outright. So if you're feeling brave, take the money line. All right, peace.